Good morning to all. Hope you all are doing good and staying safe at home. Welcome to another session in English. In this session, we are going to discuss about voice. What do you mean by the term voice? Or have you heard about voice in grammar? Voice is a verb form which decides whether the subject is actively participating in the action or passively receiving the action. We can divide voice into two, active voice and passive voice. Today, we are going to discuss in detail about active voice and passive voice and the changes of sentences from active to passive as well as passive to active. What is active voice? Active voice tells us what a person or thing does. Or here, the subject performs the action on the object. Or we can say that in active voice, the subject is actively participating in the action or performing the action. Here you can see the sentence structure, and that is a basic sentence structure of a sentence in English. Subject plus verb plus object. See the examples. Anna painted the house. Second one, the teacher always answers the students' questions. And the last one, Ali posted the video online. So you can see in these three sentences, the subjects are very active and they are actively participating in the action. So we can say that they are active voice. Let us see what is passive voice. On the other side, we can see that it tells us what is done to someone or something, or the subject is being acted upon, or simply we can say that here the subject is passively receiving the action. See the sentence structure, object plus verb plus subject. That means the object in active voice is coming as the subject in passive voice. That is a relation between active voice and passive voice. The object in active voice is coming as a subject in passive voice. See the examples. The house was painted by Anna. So here the house, that is a subject, that is the object in active voice. Here it came as a subject. The house was painted by Anna. Then the students' questions are answered by the teacher. See the other side, the teacher was actively performing, but here the teacher is passively receiving the action. And see the next example. The video was posted online by Ali. So remember, active voice, here the subject performs the action, whereas in passive voice, the subject passively receives the action. Let us know more about the rules. There are some rules for changing sentences from active voice to passive voice. Let us see. The first one, the subject in the active voice becomes the object in the passive voice. And the object in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. So remember, the object in active voice is coming as a subject in passive voice. The meaning, tense, or time of action and type of the sentence do not change. So tense or the meaning of the sentence or even the type of the sentences are not changing in passive voice. It remains unchanged. Suppose if it is a question, you are changing to passive voice, it should remain as a question after converting to passive voice also. And need not to change the tense or the meaning of the sentence. Then comes the preposition by is used in the passive voice to give a complete sense to the sentence. We use the preposition by in passive voice to give a complete meaning to the sentence. Only transitive verbs can be used in the passive voice. An intransitive verb cannot be used in the passive voice. You know the difference between transitive verbs and intransitive verbs. Transitive verbs need an object to convey its meaning, whereas intransitive verbs, they never need an object to complete the meaning there. So remember, only transitive verbs can be used in the passive voice because we need an object. That object is coming as a subject in passive voice. An intransitive verb, that means a verb without an object, cannot be used in the passive voice. Now let us see the tense changes in the passive voice. First one, simple present tense. You know the format of simple present tense: subject plus V1 or V5 plus object. How is it changing in passive voice? Let us see. See the first example. They make cars in Germany. It's a sentence in simple present tense. How is it changed in passive voice? Cars are made in Germany. Here we can use subject plus is or am or are plus V3 form or past participle form of the verb. See the second tense, present continuous tense. You know the format of present continuous tense? Subject plus is, am, are plus V4 plus object. How is it changing in passive voice? So let us see the example in active voice. Mother is baking a cake. See how is it changing in passive voice? A cake is being baked by mother. So here to change a present continuous tense to passive voice, we can use subject plus is or am or are plus being plus V3 plus by plus object. See the next tense, simple past tense. Simple past tense, you have the format subject plus V2 plus object. See the example, J.D. Salinker wrote the catcher in the rain. So it's a sentence given in simple past tense. How is it changing in passive voice? The Catcher in the Rye was written by J.D. Salinker. Here we are using subject plus was or were plus V3 plus by plus object. Then comes past continuous tense. How is it changing in passive voice? Let us see. See the example. They were watching TV when I got home. See the answer. TV was being watched when I got home by them. We can use that. So to convert a sentence from past continuous tense to passive voice, we can use subject plus was or were plus being plus V3 plus by plus object. Next we have present perfect tense. You know the format of present perfect tense: subject plus has or have plus V3 plus object. See the example. I have cleaned my room. See how is it changing in passive voice? My room has been cleaned. So here to change a sentence from present perfect tense to passive voice, we use subject plus has or have plus been plus V3 plus by plus object. Next we have past perfect tense. See the example. Thomas had read the book before he saw the film. So you know the format of a past perfect tense? Subject plus had plus V3 plus object. How is it changing in passive voice? See the example. The book had been read by Thomas before he saw the film. So to change a sentence from past perfect tense to passive voice, we have to use subject plus had plus been plus V3 plus by plus object. See the next tense, simple future tense. You have the format of simple future tense: subject plus will or shall plus V1 plus object. See the example. They will write a test paper tomorrow. How is it changing in passive voice? Let us see. A test paper will be written by them tomorrow. So here in passive voice we use subject plus will plus be plus V3 plus by plus object. Let us see going to forms. How is it changing in passive voice? Is or are going to. He is going to make a speech next week. How is it changing? A speech is going to be made by him. So you can use going to plus be plus V3 form in passive voice. Let us see how the pronouns are changing in passive voice. The subjective case and the objective case. I will change as by me, we by us, you by you, he by him, she by her, it by it, they by them. Here you can see how interrogative sentences or question type sentences are changing in passive voice. When an interrogative sentence is changed into passive voice, do or does are changed into is or are or am, and did is changed into was or were. And in passive voice, it also remains in interrogative form only. That means if you are converting a question into passive voice, it should remain as a question after converting also. Let us see some examples. Do you play cricket? See the passive form. Is cricket played by you? What do you want? What is wanted by you? Why does he call me? Why am I called by him? Don't you sing a song? Isn't a song sung by you? Now let us see how imperative sentences are converting into passive voice. To convert an imperative sentence, we use let plus object plus be plus V3 form or past participle form of the verb. If it is a command or an order, we can use the same structure let plus be plus V3 form. See the examples. Help me. Let me be helped. Open the door. Let the door be opened. Don't eat this fruit. Let not this fruit be eaten. Sing a song. Let a song be sung. So remember, if it is a request or an advice, if it is a request, you can use you are requested to. Then if it is an advice, you can use you are advised to. You know that imperative sentences changing based on the tone. It can be a request, it can be a command or an order, or it can be an advice. So each type of imperative sentence we are converting into passive voice in different ways. If it is a request, you can start with you are requested to, then use the V1 form of the verb and then you can complete the sentence. If it is an advice, you can use there you are advised to, then use the V1 form of the verb and then you can complete the sentence there. How can we use modal verbs in passive voice? Here you are following the structure object plus modal verb plus be plus V3 form of the verb or past participle form of the verb. See the examples. Sally can fix the microwave. The microwave can be fixed by Sally because can is a modal verb only. So modal auxiliary verbs you can convert into passive voice by using modal verb plus be plus V3 forms there. See the next example. Bob can operate the bulldozer. The bulldozer can be operated by Bob. Here you have an exercise taken from your grammar right textbook. Please do the exercise in your textbook. Here you have the answers. Kindly check your answers. With this, we have come to the end of today's session. I hope boys Active voice and passive voice are very clear to you all. Practice the questions which are given in the slide. You will be receiving a worksheet shortly with more exercises in it. Thank you, my dear children. Wishing you all a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.